up when Akash comes home from a very rough weekend, did like 3-4 shows, and she goes, "Can you walk happy? Because I'm tired."
Honestly, yes.
Another week of Akash being embarrassed by her. This damn Jasleen Singh won't stop embarrassing Akaash Singh. And it's getting to a point where I almost feel bad making videos, and yet I don't, because until Akash comes out and addresses all of this, it's hard to not watch this train wreck continue to happen in slow motion. So Akash hasn't been on a new episode of Flagrant yet. Maybe sometime this week, maybe sometime after this video is posted. I don't know. But Jasleen's podcast, the Main Character Pod, did have a new episode today that dropped. Now, I believe this episode was pre-recorded, but still, with all of the nonsense going on, all of the blowback coming back towards her, to drop a podcast where she once again is making a statement, shitting on Akash, it is such a slap in the face to the man. It really is. Now, we're going to get to more of what she said on her podcast, but before that, there's been even more things from the past being brought into the equation. More times that she dodged his kisses. And some of the excuses we saw online to try and defend her was that maybe she just doesn't like public affection, or maybe PDA is a little too much for her. And then, of course, people found her hugging up on her dog, letting her dog kiss her, when Akash is right next to her. Then this video came about where she was called out in the comments months ago about turning away from one of his kisses. And her excuse was she doesn't know why she does that. Maybe it's because she doesn't want to mess up her makeup. I don't think either of these excuses are viable. I think it is what most of us think, and that their relationship has been built upon her being a gold digger for his money, and she is not actually attracted to him, and there's a lot of disgust there in the relationship and not a whole lot of affection. And frankly, the poor guy has been going through it. As we've learned over the past week, they just took an alleged planned trip to India and Dubai. He's still throwing all of his money into making her experiences the best, into getting her whatever she wants. But if you look at him in some of the videos she's been posting from their trip, this is a broken man. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with all of this blowback onto their relationship. But they're both responsible for their own demise. The man went on podcasts talking up his virginity, talking up her virginity, acting like he was doing everything the right way. And it's a way that is condescending. And as we showed in other videos over the past 2 weeks, he has no problem criticizing other people's relationships or just calling other guys cucks.
I just want to make sure she got good taste.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit.
And make sure she got good taste. Imagine
when he's living a relationship like this, it is just a terrible look for the both of them. And frankly, he's the one that lets her go online, have her own social media presence that completely not only takes a crap all over him, but like clearly shows herself as being in the relationship for the money. You would think someone that's a public figure, that's a comedian, would know better than to let their significant other go online in a way that embarrasses him every single week. Like, he doesn't have to be controlling and have to be like, you can't have a podcast, you can't be on TikTok. But one of the best comments I've seen on this whole situation is he should have at least been able to draw a line that she shouldn't be crossing on social media like this, but there's clearly no line and there's clearly no respect from her with him. And so on her latest podcast, her new gripe with Akash is that he was sick for a week.
Retweet, but also Akash hasn't been doing shit for Happy this week because he's been sick.
Oh,
so
wait, also
whatever,
men
I'll
being
fucking deal.
sick. Men being sick, horrible.
I hate men
Why
being
do I
sick.
have to take
It's the worst genre of man. They're so Neho, like I swear to God, the way this guy has been sleeping in his cocoon, like he's been hibernating, it's like you think he fucking came down with like fucking TB or something.
I think this is another sign that this podcast is just trying to be a call her daddy type of podcast, or one of those podcasts that wants to champion women but has to champion women by putting down the men. Because in this clip she's upset that Akash was allegedly sick for a week. I think he might have been depressed because he's been dealing with her ass for so long. Or we don't know exactly when this podcast was recorded, but if it was recorded in the past few weeks, he genuinely could have been depressed because of all of this blowback on their relationship because of her. But here she is talking shit about that too. She's also acting like all men are the biggest babies when they're sick, which could be the case. But then she's trying to act like when women are sick, they don't act sick at all, or they're not in bed all the time either. Like, it's ridiculous. It's them once again trying to champion women, but they have to do so by trying to put down a man, and it's not hitting. It's not hitting because of her. And then as this clip rolls on, we get to the real core reason as to why she's upset that he's sick. And it's also why I am going to speculate that he's not actually sick, and that she knows he's not actually sick, that she knows he's not feeling it right now, that he might be depressed, and this is her way of venting about that situation, because in the end she wants him to go out with her and spend money on her again.
I feel like sissies truly when they're sick. Like, it's a little cold. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans. But
I do it, but I'm like, here,
man up.
man up. Yeah, get your fucking shit together. We got to go to Mew Mew on Sunday.
Yeah, we have plans,
Sundays
baby.
are for Mew Mew. For the House of Mew Mew.
She mentions a clothing brand at the end of this clip. What they need to do every Sunday, even if he's sick, is he needs to take her out to buy more clothes. And this once again just goes into the overall theme of their marriage, that she is in it to be a gold digger. That is where they are. And either he has came to terms with all of that long ago. He knows what it is. He's okay with them having separate beds when they're on vacation. He's okay with her always turning away from her kisses. He's okay with her literally seeming disgusted with him. That has to be the way it is. He has to be okay with all of this. I can't believe it that he didn't see all of this himself until this started being pointed out from the internet over these past few weeks. I can't believe that to be the case.
Are you a people's pleaser?
Yeah.
Right? That's when you keep scores.
And she likes being pleased. Or she's like, yeah, I'm high maintenance. It is what it is. Like, I know you want me to, I'm not going to apologize. But yeah, that's where the scorekeeping comes
Yeah,
in.
because you feel like I'm doing this.
But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it so you tell me I'm good enough.
Another week of Akash being embarrassed by her as we still await his statement. If his statement is made before I post this video, I will add it into the video. If not, we will address it whenever he finally comes forward and addresses the situation. I don't know how he bounces back from this as a comedian. People have stated online that have went to his shows over the weekend that he kind of ranted about this the first third of his act, and that some people in the audience didn't even know what he was talking about. So it's clearly affecting him. It could clearly affect his money, which is what she wants in the first place, which is why, if this is all an act, like the other speculation is, this is just all an act. They wanted to go viral. They wanted to be big. it was a stupid way to go about it if it's going to hurt his money, which is clearly the only thing she cares about.